Don't wet my hair while I'm in this way.
Welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up with Love and Love. This week we're diving into the stories shaping our community, the good, the tough, and the real. We'll share local news and events, we'll talk prayer and positivity, and I'll drop affirmations to help you walk in faith and stay on the right path. Life can be heavy sometimes, but here we lift each other up. So grab your seat at the table, join the conversation, and let's find light together. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let us know what's on your heart, because after all, this podcast is about all of us. Let's get right into it. I want to start off this week with, guess what, guys? The Powerball winner, they came on through.
They claim that money.
They claim that money, honey. I was shown like, what's going on? They don't want their shmoney. What's happening? I also want to say, I got a little cookies batter on my shirt here, guys. I just was making cookies, so excuse me. They were actually supposed to be edibles this week, but I ran out of enough butter, so they claimed the ticket, and I was starting to wonder, like, do they exist? Are they out there? Do y'all want money? I did too. I was like, well, what's happening? Apparently, though, this is what I didn't know. When you, he had two options. Mm-hmm. Either one, he could take the lump sum,
right,
or he could get the payouts like the other guy did. Yeah. He took the one lump sum, and he got $410 million before taxes. So I'm not really sure what the taxes are on that for exactly what town or whatever he might live in. The man went unidentified. I don't blame him. I wouldn't have been showing who the hell I am. What town he's from, I assume he's from around here, but he stayed unidentified. I don't blame him. Right. I would have too.
Me too, yeah, definitely.
I want to repeat that winning ticket was sold right down the street.
Man,
bro.
Less than 5 minutes from us.
Bruh, I was like, man, whatever. The winning numbers were 11, 23, 44, 61, 62, and a Powerball number of 17, and a multiplier of 2. So it's a low multiplier, but still, that was a big win. It's still not the largest, though. The largest was in California, and it was $2.4 billion, and that was back in November of 2022.
Yeah.
What the heck could you have done with that kind of money, man?
Man, even a tenth of that money. Really, we already talked about it. Well, first and foremost, I would take my family like on a trip, a well-deserved trip, man, just to, get all that tension out of the air.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'll invest into like communities and just businesses.
Yeah. I can't even begin to wrap my head around I have a million ideas what I would do with that money.
This is off the top of the head, because when that money is actually in your hands, you don't know what.
Boy, I'm telling you what, you ain't never seen it. What I found out was the store owner got $50,000 of a bonus, cash, to them. They do not have to share it with the employees. No.
Even the employee that gave the stuff, like they gave the winning ticket up.
I mean, apparently it's up to the owner of the store, which I think is excuse me, I think is quite something, to say the least. Especially in the times that we live in now, the only right thing to me would be to share it, especially if you as the owner weren't there in the store anyway. But I get all sides to it.
Yeah, I do. But I feel like a percentage of it should be distributed to every employee, and the owner should have maybe a bigger percentage just because it's his store. To maintain the store and to have the store get renovations and stuff.
Yeah.
But I still feel like it still should be a little portion that's distributed to the employees.
Shoot.
To be fair,
I feel like they should each get like, I don't know how many work there, at least $1,000.
That's what I was gonna say, because I'm saying, let's say they got 10 employees there. That's 10,000, and he'll get 40. So you know what I mean, that's not bad.
Even if he has 20, that's still more than half.
Right.
And I feel like that should go back into your business and your company, or even like do surprise Christmas bonuses or something. There's so many ways that he or she could give back. It is privately owned. We tried to do a little research. We didn't go super duper far into it, but basically I think we'll just have to go around and see what's going on. Right. We'll scroll on up there and see what's happening.
See how happy everybody is in there.
For sure. I kind of want to know. I do. I want to start asking. And some people, they get weird when you ask them questions like that, but $50,000, I mean, that could be used in the community a lot. It's the holiday season coming up. I mean, it's homecoming weekend. Hello. Speaking of homecoming, we have a #1 voted school here in St. Louis. Yeah, we do. It is, excuse me if I slaughter the name, It almost looks like Colgate, but it's not. It's Collegiate, Collegiate, Collegiate School of Medicine and Bioscience. It's a public magnet school, been voted #1 here. This ranking actually comes from the U.S. News World and Report of 2025.
Okay.
And it highlighted that the school has a lot of college readiness programs, a lot of AP classes, and it focuses on medical and bioscience, which, as we know, in the world we are in now, we need a lot more help with that. I think
And this is a high school, correct?
It is, and it's a public magnet school, so it's kind of like it is a public school, but you can get if you're good enough,
it's
you
a
can get
list. I think it's like a list. Like a list you get put on, and
but I think also with the right amount of you can get on up in there. But I'm sure if you reach out to the school, you can find out how to get involved. You know what I mean? It's not always just silliness, but it is like that sometimes. There was 24,000 U.S. public schools that were voted on. Missouri got 359 of those spots.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good too.
Out of the whole nation?
Out of the whole U.S., we got 359 schools on there. So I think that says something about some of our schools. We do have some really good schools here in St. Louis and Missouri. We have a lot of schools that are failing, unfortunately, too.
Right.
So I wish that we could put somehow more into those. But it is nice that we did get a #1 spot.
Maybe this can help get a little start.
Yeah, bring some attention. What I thought was really cool about this whole situation is the school's only 12 years old. They opened in August of 2013.
What?
Yeah. Oh. And so, like 4 of those years was COVID. So to be #1 that quick with all the struggles that have been faced in the last few years, I think that's quite amazing. But the school is located, in case you're interested, off of Kemper and South Kings Highway on the south side, guys. So I actually had never heard of the school until I found that out. So
well, good to put some recognition out there.
For those of you watching on TikTok, Trump approved TikTok to stay. I guess. Yeah. So as we all know, there was like a ban a while back that was getting ready to happen, and I guess it was over like who owned what and the security of the division. But from my understandings, I guess we own 80% of it now, and Oracle is going to provide security. Yeah,
it's a few things that I learned about it as well.
Okay.
So a big issue that they were dealing with, and I guess they're still kind of dealing with, but they still gave the go ahead to keep TikTok running, was the security ban and where all the information gets processed to. So they're still trying to figure those little fine points out. But they're basically prolonging the stopping of it. So they're saying that no, we're going to find a way to get this we're going to find a way to get this all sorted out, but they haven't came to a conclusion yet.
I got you.
So they're still under the wraps of like debating over it, but
but it's still up and running.
It's still up and running
and going, and we're still recording on there. So
because Trump actually he does support it. Like he likes the platform.
Y'all can follow us on TikTok and all other platforms at Keeping Up with Mother Bub. That's KEEPNUPWITHMUVNBUV, and it's going to be followed by TikTok or YouTube or whatever you put in. You're gonna find us on there. You type that in, you'll find us right there. We appreciate the love and all that.
Always.
Here's a sad one for me. I went to Roosevelt High School. Okay, my godson went to Roosevelt High School. All right, my pops went to Roosevelt High School. Okay.
Bloodline.
Man, I'm telling you, we strong up in there. This will be their first year. They're not going to have a football team.
Oh, what?
No football team. Now, this one's a hurt for me because, as you know, sports bring the school money.
Correct.
Not only do they not have enough players, they don't have enough funding to even do the thing. And I think
going through a little hardship.
I think they're uncredited already.
Really?
But I'm not 100%. If you guys know that, if you guys know the answer to that, let us know in the comments. Is Roosevelt credited or not? And if it isn't, how long has it not been? And how that's going along. But my godson just got into a program with his diploma from there. So
so they still have programs that work with it.
I guess, yeah. I'm not sure how all that works, to be honest. All I know is that they don't have a football team, and their funding for all that stuff was low this year. So that's scary because they already or a low school. For those of you guys that don't know, Roosevelt is on the south side of St. Louis. It is known as like the hood school, I guess, if you will. It's known as like the bad school. We get a bad rep, but in reality, it's been low funded for a long time, for many years.
Correct.
It's in a rough spot for the gang activity in the area.
Right.
To be fair, it's in a beautiful neighborhood, honestly.
Right.
I mean, St. Louis has some of the most beautiful artwork in housing. I don't know if we mentioned it on here before, but side note, we're actually wanting to do a documentary on some of the old buildings in St. Louis.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's gonna be something. Yeah, that's gonna be something. We're gonna do a little special effect. We're trying to decide when the best time would be to do it, because we want to still be able to catch folks outside. I want to get real talk, real vibes with people, but I also want it to be when you really get to see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not just the blooms and brights. I want you to see it for what it really is. We had a bad storm and it changed a lot of things too.
Right.
But anyway, Roosevelt is in an area where it's got beautifully art there, but it is some rough neighborhoods for some kids over there. So I think that's the crime in the area has caused a lot of teachers and people to pull out of the school and not even fool with the school. So I hope that they can get that resolved.
Tell in a lot of areas.
Yeah, it is. There's been a lot of schools canceled. For sure. For those of y'all who eat shrimp, there has been hundreds of thousands of recalled radioactive shrimp. Okay.
Radioactive?
Yeah, radioactive shrimp. It's frozen and ready to eat.
Okay.
Okay. It's been in 40 states.
So what happened? Like,
well, apparently there was a ship that came in from like Indonesia, and it contained some type of radioactive something.
I don't know.
I think it's called
like glowing?
I don't know if they're quite glowing. The places that it was sent to, the most recent ones were Lawrence Wholesale, Southwind Foods, and Aquastar. So I guess those are like the distributors. It came into like 4 major ports.
Aquastar comes out here.
Yes. So the shrimp came into like 4 different ports and apparently got bagged up, stamped and sealed, and shipped on out. Major stores like Kroger's, Food Lion, Walmart, even they're sending it back.
I'm so confused. What happened to Better Business Bureaus and what's for the food to protect the food, protecting people?
The FDA.
Yeah, the FDA. Like there's been so many recalls and things like this that's just getting swept.
Yeah.
Or just getting like so deep before they catch it. This is crazy. They have it back to back to back.
It is. I don't know. And to answer your question earlier, the name of it, what was found was, excuse me if I slaughter this as well, isotope Celsium-137. That's what was found. So y'all can go do your due diligence and look that up. But
I don't know what that is.
It's some type of radioactive stuff. So if you got some shrimps that's glowing, or you got some stuff going on and you know you got it, maybe turn it back in.
Man.
But I don't know. It seems like they're not doing their job.
Right.
It seems like they're not checking the food because there's so many recalls all the time. And I didn't even put recalls in at first because there's so many.
Right.
But when I heard about the shrimp, I was like, I know a lot of shrimp eaters.
Yeah,
so.
like a lot of, like in the last 5 to 10 years, I feel like it's been a spring of seafood boil restaurants that opened up. A lot of them. So the last thing I'm gonna say about the shrimp stuff is apparently it all started back in August, and so again, if you've been to Kroger's, if you've been to Food Lion, if you've been to Walmart, I put it like this. To be Everybody
on the
go
safe
to
side.
Walmart.
Everybody. I don't care what grocery store you've been to. If you didn't got you some frozen or ready to eat shrimps in the past couple months, I would just throw them out. It's just a couple dollars, guys. I mean, throw that stuff out. It's better than being sick or having radioactive. You'll be a Spider-Man shrimp or something.
You wake up and your stomach going.
Right. So apparently there was a Metro link called the Green Line that was supposed to get built apparently in St. Louis to go from the north side to the south side.
Really?
Because we already got east and west, and then slightly north, kind of whatever. So they canceled that.
Why?
They said that, of course, they said that it cost too much. They quoted it to be $1.1 billion. $1.1 billion.
That's a lot for that, no? Well, I don't know what it costs to make any of that, so But to think $1.1 billion,
Yeah,
that's a
1.1 million
lot.
dollars.
And I could see if our city see the problem. I think a lot of funding got cut for our city when we lost our football team. We never had a basketball team, so there's a lot of revenue and money that comes in from those type of programs and jobs.
Yeah.
We don't have them, so
And then they're
it's
taking all the urban things that they possibly can.
yeah,
Like you said, the football,
yeah,
the armory, the Mario Kart,
right.
anything that seems to let folks have a good time becomes an issue.
It becomes, and whether it be for safety reasons or just strictly financial reasons, they find a way to make it where it's obsolete. So
Yeah.
just,
They also shared concerns about the ability for qualifying for federal funding. I mean, I hear you. I feel like if you wanted to, you would.
right.
It's really kind of one of those things. They are trying to hit us with what they doing instead kind of thing, and what they claim they're working on is they said they're studying a bus rapid transit line.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's supposed to run along.
That's gonna be the replacement of that,
I guess.
Oh man.
So I guess it's gonna be a bus instead.
Not quite the same replacement.
Not exactly. It's not the same speed, and
it's gonna be more friendly for like pedestrians.
That's what they said. So it's supposed to run along the same line.
Yeah.
And then they said it's supposed to have, like you said, more pedestrian things, more bike lanes, and they're supposed to fix like some safety on the road. To me, that's just stuff y'all supposed to already be doing.
Right. That's not even that. I feel like, I don't want to conspiracy talk, but I feel like they probably use or utilize some of the funds, because I usually, like, when they start programs like that, they have some type of startup funds, and they probably use a little bit of that and then cut the whole program. But what about the funding that they probably already didn't spilled in or used some of?
Exactly.
Conspiracy.
That's why I said, and they're only just studying this, if you will. So what does that mean? Studying the idea, like we're thinking of maybe having this as an idea.
Right.
We see that it's a problem. We know transportation is an issue in any major city.
Yeah.
I feel like there should, when you look at places like California, LA, they have so many lines of transportation out there. And I'm not saying we need that many because we're not as big. But the more transportation you have, you want people to be able to access things they can't. The whole big problem of being stuck is the fact that we're stuck.
Right.
Like, if you can't get further out of your area where nicer things are, or where that job you might really want or be qualified for is, how are you ever going to get the money to be able to get a car, to get a house, and everything, especially at the rate we're living now.
Right.
But I digress, because that's set for another conversation. That could be a whole talk in itself that day of what's holding things back. It's a testy subject right now with everything going on. So like I said, I digress, but we'll come back around about that another time. They did not say how long or when this would be ready. And they didn't say how much that this would cost, but they said it would be significantly less, whatever that means. So 1.1 billion is quite a bit.
Yeah, and I think they said that talking about the rapid one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that's going to be significantly shorter to accomplish too. So it's going to take way less time.
Way less time.
Of course, because it's nowhere near the same.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not building a train station. And the Metrolink Green Line was going to be on top of the ground.
Right.
So I thought that was cool, kind of like a trolley.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool, like a San Francisco type vibe. Why not?
Right. That'd be dope.
Why not try it? I mean, we already missed the underground train they was talking about. They've been talking about for years. But again, I digress. Unfortunately, St. Louis, we have a bad rep for being the murder capital here in St. Louis. It ain't nothing to brag about, but some people feel like if you ain't part of that squad, you ain't nobody. Unfortunately, there was another shooting. It was at the Schnucks on Northwest, whatever you decide to want to call that area. People in St. Louis will argue over what area that is. But anywho, it was on Union and Natural Bridge, and it was on the 21st. It was a Sunday. The 21st, my goodness. At 3:05 p.m., it was a 20-year-old man shot and killed. I believe inside the Schnucks.
Yeah, I seen that video actually. So,
I mean, from my understanding, they was having a little argument, altercation, and I guess it led to
he
a
got
tussle.
into it. Yep, they were fighting at first.
And now the one young man shot the other young man, and he ended up unfortunately not making it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he leaves behind family and friends and people that are worried. What's crazy to me is they are still looking for the suspect. They haven't caught this guy.
They got a picture of his face. I seen a picture of his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who started the fight? Do you know?
That I don't know. Like I didn't get too much into it, but a lot of people just said that they were fighting at first. I don't know if they. When people say fight, it could just be like verbal. So I don't.
We
really,
don't know if there was a physical
I don't
altercation
know.
or not.
Yeah,
We don't
I
know.
haven't got
Okay.
that much information yet.
Okay. So I feel like this. Either way, if the young man, the man who was unalive,
Mm-hmm.
was the one who kicked off this event, then the young man who shot would be technically innocent because it'd be self-defense, right?
It depends. I don't think it's that simple. I don't think things are
But he could be running because he could be maybe as a felon,
right.
or he may be, or what?
Right.
Because what else would you run for if you didn't feel like you had a reason to shoot him?
Correct. That's what I mean. Like, if you flee the scene of a crime, then that's already tends to go to jail for that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So now you've knocked all that other stuff out of the park. But had he not ran, that's what I'm saying, who started the altercation, but I guess we don't know.
No, they don't. No, nobody spoke up or came back with any information past that there was an argument or a fight and someone got shot.
My goodness. My goodness. Well, I feel like justice needs to be served on both sides of the account.
Mm-hmm.
Both stories need to be heard, need to be told correctly. And if you have any information on this guy, you can call homicide directly. You can call them at 314-444-5371. You can also call anonymously, and there might even be a cash tip. You can also call the number 866-371-TIPS. That's 866-371-8477. For those of you watching, we'll put it up on the screen for you as well. And for those of you listening, we'll put it at the end. Let's help bring his family a little justice, shall we?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that neither party is at fault. And I believe that if he had a right to protect himself, then they will be easier on you. So just turn yourself in, bro. Get that stuff over with. I'm sure you have a family to live for. It's not worth it being on the run, man. Life is rough looking over the shoulder.
Yes, definitely.
There's no need to do that. There's been enough pain, I believe, caused on both sides. Speaking of pain caused, have y'all heard about these gas leaks going on?
Yeah, in St. Louis area.
I don't know about y'all, but I've been seeing fire all around ever since that explosion.
Yeah, on a couple of our delivery routes, we seen them. I guess some customer may have called and said they smelled gas because the fire department was out and fire.
I mean, I be smelling it sometimes.
Yeah, we smelled it that one day.
Yeah, there's been twice, 2 or 3 times that we've smelled it out here and been like, oh my goodness.
Supposedly there's some type of gas storage breakers that's underground in certain places in Missouri. So,
oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. The underground gas wells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I just found out about those. I never heard about that until we looked this story up either.
Mm-hmm.
There was an explosion on August that destroyed 5 homes and 5 people were injured.
Oh wow.
I think that's what kicked off a major this, but apparently there was some before them. There was one in Florissant in May of this year, and it resulted in a fatality also. And there's another one in Glendale, and that family, they're suing. They're suing. They've had enough. They're suing the gas company.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're blaming them. They're saying it's
so there must have been some type of it must have been something that wasn't hooked up correctly or like underground.
You know, I feel like it's underground too, because you know, I feel like it's old and they haven't gotten under there. So, there's been 20 other homes damaged in the midst of all this too that they ain't talking about. So to me, what y'all doing? What y'all got going on? Gas companies, Spire.
Yeah, man, we need to do some more digging because that's dangerous. And the thing about it is, it could be too late by the time you find out, based off how that played out, because that wasn't too far from us either.
No, it wasn't.
And apparently, it was enough damage to level homes.
Yeah. Like it made them flattened them completely out.
Yeah, so you can find out within 5 minutes, and within that 5 minutes, the next thing you know, everything on fire around you. Like,
can you imagine being in the house with your children or your animals? Or my goodness gracious, I don't want a story. It's a little tough to talk about. So I'm gonna put in a pre-advance warning.
Parental advisory.
Warning. Yeah, parental advisory, whatever you want to call it.
Explicit content.
Yeah, this guy here, I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know enough to say if I think that he's guilty or if I think that he's been set up. But what I do know is there's been evidence showing that you've been with this little girl. Now, who I'm talking about is a guy, he goes by D4VD, David.
I've been
Anthony
hearing about
Burke.
that. Yeah.
The 15-year-old girl that was found in his Tesla, in the trunk of his Tesla, out there in Hollywood Hills.
Yeah, I heard about that. I've never heard of the artist until this. Though.
Me either.
I don't know, but
Me either.
Apparently he's a multi-platinum selling artist.
Yeah.
And he was on tour while this was going on.
Wow. Yeah. So basically, the car, I guess, was abandoned for over 30 days. I don't know the exact time.
Right.
But it was been abandoned. He apparently went on tour. The car got towed to this place, this tow yard, and somebody in the tow yard, I guess, because it was like 17 days after the car was ticketed or something like that.
God.
And so they were, 11 days. 11 days after the car was ticketed. They smelled an odor coming from the car.
Probably rotten body.
Rotten body, yep. Yeah. So they opened up the trunk, and it's been revealed to be Celeste Rivera Hernandez. Now, not to be confused with the new so-called 19-year-old version of somebody named Celeste. I don't know exactly what's going on there. I don't know if she's from the past, the present, future. But there's another girl involved named Celeste, but it's not her. We're talking about the young girl, the underage girl. She apparently had went missing 17 months prior.
Wow.
Okay. And her last time being reported missing was April of 2024. So it's been quite a while since somebody reported her missing. But again, we've seen her with videos and pictures with this guy, David. So I'm not really sure how she's able to just be missing and also be online at the same time. I'm not sure what's happening there.
So do you know when the last time they seen her like online? Like video or pictures? They ain't never had that information out?
That I don't know. I have to look for that. Okay. That's a good question. I did not look for that. No, I don't know. I know she was just found the day after her 15th birthday. My goodness.
Yeah, that's sad.
There's talk about so many different kind of rumors about her being pregnant, her messing with the security guard, the Hello Kitty shoes, and all these different allegations. The tattoo on the finger. What gets me is that neither side is commenting. The autopsy hasn't been released yet.
Right.
But what they have said is there's no cause of death, and they're not ruling it as a homicide as of yet, right now.
Not ruling it as a homicide. A dead body in someone's trunk is not a homicide. Why would a dead body be in a trunk?
I mean, how she get there otherwise?
Right. If not, yeah, that's...
What? And she's been reported missing.
Man.
Now, remember, all the while, this guy's out here on tour. So once they find out, they're like, oh, snap, this is David's car. Well, now I guess they cancel like his tours and stuff, but now everything's just hush hush.
Right.
Now there's these crazy songs that he did, I guess, a couple years prior to the situation. And there's a song called "Romantic Homicide," and I guess he's basically singing about what the scene of the crime looked like it could have been. He's talking about, and so people are trying to connect it again, but it's prior. But she's been missing for a couple of years. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on with that. I think that
they said initially, I guess she was missing for 17 months.
Yeah,
which is a little over a year and a half, I guess. And if that was before that time, maybe it was something that he transpired to do.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that he already premeditated to want to do that in his head.
Right.
There was a couple of songs, I think, where he mentioned that she was too young.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I knew there was a big age gap, supposedly. They said there was an age gap.
Well, yeah, she was like 13 and he was like 19.
And they were in college? Or she was in college?
There was a lot. That's what I'm saying. There's another girl named Celeste who's 19 and in college, said to be. But we don't know who.
Because apparently some of the friends of him or her, somebody's friends, were basically saying that they thought that she was a college student with him. The girl that is deceased. They said they didn't know that she was underage.
Yeah, that's what some people are saying now.
Yeah. So it's like,
but people will lie when the truth come out,
yeah,
because now they scared.
Yeah,
they scared now, because they're like, well, why were you hanging out with a minor? Because you do whatever you want to do to hang out with this guy, because he's, I guess, rich and famous or whatever.
Right.
I saw him and I saw like his video. He had on this white shirt with these fake bloody handprints. It just was kind of demonic to me. I'm not really into that.
A lot of the pictures that they all took are like disturbing, of like just how his regular get up is.
Yeah, he's just strange, and it's just giving pedo. It's giving, you were keeping her there. It's giving. I hope they get to the bottom of this soon. There's been a whole lot of pedophilic people getting off in the industry lately, and I just am very disgusted with that. And I feel like, what are we doing? What is happening?
Right.
Why has nothing being done? This is disgusting. We have to protect our kids. We have to protect others. It takes a village, number one. And then we sitting back here watching and awe and oh my goodness, da, 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 da. Who's doing something about it? Is anybody calling?
Right.
Like when she missing and we seeing her online, what's happening? This stuff has gotten so out of hand. They making news. I don't know if it's fake. I don't know if it's real. They talking about there was a video of him dragging a body months before.
Right.
I don't know. I think that he's probably associated with this.
Yeah.
I believe that
it's a lot of things pulling up, like the tattoos. There's a lot of things that kind of points to that they at least knew each other for sure.
Most absolutely, definitely. I'm laughing because it's so awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't wrap my head around why it takes so long for these type of things. And it's like sometimes when the truth just be right here in our faces, it's like everybody else is like thumb up their butt. Like what? I don't know. What are you talking about? I'm gonna move on because I get a little heated about that. St. Louis has a haunted history. We have so much that we could talk about here, and I think that's gonna go into when we do like the little documentary thing of St. Louis.
Right.
A lot of us probably know it from being a place where you can dine, have a nice experience, a theatric experience. Yeah. It's called the Bissell Mansion Restaurant and Murder Mystery Dinner Theater. Yes, it is all of that. It is. Now I know that in that Limp area, it's been haunted. I know that for years. I just stay over there. You ain't gonna tell me no different. For a long, long time. For any of you who do know the history, drop in the comments. Drop in the comments some of the places that you know are haunted, most haunted in St. Louis, especially in the Limp area. Even when we drive through there now, you don't feel it. Tell me.
Yeah, I definitely feel the dead silence sometimes. Or I just feel like the little. It's more so like when I look at buildings and things around it, like you can just see the history and the dread, if you know what that means. Like the dread of it.
You can almost feel like a heaviness when you're there. A very heavy suicidal feeling, not over yourself, but you can feel it there in the presence. There has been a lot of that. A lot of that. But the Bissell, basically you could go there, you can get you some dinner and have a nice theatric show. It'd be a murder mystery, kind of like Clue, right? The game Clue. I've actually always wanted to go, never went. Should have went because now it's under investigation.
Well, it's actually under renovation too. A new couple just bought it. Of October 2024.
Yeah.
And they're actually renovating it, and they start noticing creepy things like some type of man in all black that they'll see spotted in a window, and everybody, like the contractors that's coming and working at the place, it's like, hey man, who is that guy that we keep seeing popping up? And the owner, the gentleman, I forgot his name, that bought it.
It's Kyle.
Kyle
and Alicia June Willard. Correct. They're the ones that bought it. Yeah.
And he always said that he would hear footsteps coming above him, and as he stayed, the longer he stayed there, the more the footsteps sounded more like, I guess at first it was like creeps in the night, like this little thump sound.
Right.
And now he said he can tell that there are definite footsteps.
Clearly footsteps.
Yeah,
oh wow.
And he also found a dead body part, like bones. Human remains.
Now what you mean he found bones?
Under the front porch of the place.
Oh wow. So wait a minute. So wait. So you done already bought the place.
Yep.
Already started renovations. And now all of a sudden there's some bones in the porch.
Yeah,
You
that's
kidding
why
me?
they started investigating. So a portion of it is closed
Okay.
off for
So
investigation.
just a portion.
Yes, and they're still
Okay.
working on other end.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Okay, well, what if they find some more?
Man, skeletons in the
I
closet.
believe that there's a lot of skeletons
Bones in the
up under there.
yard.
Get up under there. Get up under there. Yeah. You know, that is one of the oldest buildings here.
Yeah.
It was built in 1823
Oh God.
by Captain Louis Bissell himself.
Wow.
And for decades, it's been that restaurant
Really?
in show theater place. Yeah.
Man, so they probably just come in because it's probably got a cool little vibe, but then it's creepy at the same time.
It is creepy, and not only the things that you've mentioned, there has been mentionings of seeing Captain Bissell himself with a ghostly figure in a white like dress gown type situation, walking about the place, just walking about minding their business.
Maybe he's still tending to his yard.
I mean, maybe he is. They said that when the whole first week that this new couple, Kyle and Alicia, moved in, all the motion detectors, the cameras was like just going off constantly at nighttime.
Really?
And they were going down to check it and watching the video, and there was like nothing there. But clearly the red light or something saw something. So
I missed the biscuit.
Hey, I don't know. I'm excited to see what's going to be
found.
I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with the place and make it, because I think like even the haunted house is shut down this year there and all of that, since they found all that out. Yeah,
that's probably a little creepy.
I can definitely imagine that
I don't think people would want to go in the haunted house that got real human remains out.
I don't know, there's a lot of people that like that kind of stuff though. Also, I bet there's a lot of these paranormal experts or researchers that would like that. I follow one of them on Facebook.
Really?
The St. Louis Paranormal Research Team. Y'all better get on that. Tag y'all in it. Y'all should probably already know.
Yeah, get us some information.
Yeah. Like I said, I think the whole area is haunted. So we should definitely do something about the area. It's getting to be spooky time, Halloween time.
And my season.
Listen, I know that this is supposed to be a lighter path place, which it is. But I still love me some Halloween. Okay,
yeah, I definitely love it.
For the
just
right
even
reason,
for the fall season,
fun.
I love the fall season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hoodies and jackets, I love them.
The haunted house is open this weekend. It just opened yesterday, and today, Creepy World in Darkness. Now, Creepy World got this going on. The first 1,000 tickets bought are only $22.95. After that, I guess they're the $34.95. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then for the darkness, they're just $34.95. Or you can get the combo, and it's a $59 bundle.
Okay. To get both of them? That's kind of cool.
Now, Creepy World, they be having like the add-ons. You got the hayride. You got the escape room.
Zombie shooting.
Yeah. You can get skipped the line. You can get your picture taken. All the extras. Now, also, they stretched it. It's going to run all the way to November 22nd. They're doing Thanksgiving. It's a happy Thanksgiving event, they're calling it.
Okay.
Now, that's new for me.
Yeah, that's what's up.
We were gone for 2 years, so I wasn't sure if that happened then or if it's new this year.
Right.
I'm going to do a little more research on that.
Because they usually end at the beginning of November, don't it? Like November 1st and 2nd.
1st and 2nd, yeah. So we're definitely going to be going to that because your birthday is coming up. Halloween is coming up. Definitely. October is a busy month. Our oldest daughter's birthday coming up. So, like I said, it runs until November 22nd. There's a promo code for you, SCREAM25. That's SCREAM25.
Get that discount, y'all.
There's something else I want to talk about. I want to go back to the events in a second, but this is kind of like an event for me. St. Louis just released their first barbecue seasoning infused with THC.
Okay. What flavors?
Well, what it said was
I need that honey barbecue.
It's a combination of bold, smoky barbecue flavor with a precise dose of 110 milligrams per jar. It only has to reach 300 degrees, unlike the rest of marijuana when you have to cook it. And it's only $20 a bottle. You can find it at the next few places. It's going to be at the Blue Sage, the Green Light, Nature Med, Easy Mountain, and Verts. You might be able to find it other places, but those are the places you can find it at. I think that it's pretty cool. I think that's a first for us. I hope we get to see many more flavors, many more places that do infused edibles and foods We should probably jump on that bandwagon ourselves.
Definitely, man. We make some good ones.
Yeah, we do. They'd be fire. But moving on to the events, Brookdale Farms Fall Festival. It's free. Next weekend.
Everybody like free.
Take the kids, man, get to do some pumpkin picking, apple picking, whatever's going on, fall stuff. It's been a while. Also, next weekend is Pirates and Pumpkins at the St. Louis Aquarium. It's going to be on Saturday the 4th. It's going to be from 9 to 5. Tickets are $28 to $34. I guess there's like an extra little thing you can add on when you get there, maybe like a wagon or whatever, if it's for the littles or something.
The add-on.
Maybe parking. Don't forget parking. A little trick you can also do is park at like the Hanley or the Grand and hop on that train, that metro, so you don't have to pay for parking.
It's fun too sometimes.
Yeah, it's an experience for the kiddos for sure. On October 4th, it's a lot going on that day. It's going to be Kids Boo Fest at Six Flags, guys. Also Fright Fest. So you can do two birds, one stone. Take the littles in the day, take the bigs at night. Boom, bow, shallow. You hit at a party. Okay. Fright Fest is fun. I think that it's good for all ages. Don't get me wrong. If you like the big dog stuff like Creepy World and above, it can be a little cheesy for the older ones, but it's definitely fun for the younger ones. It's definitely a good for your first time or two.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Definitely.
I still see teenagers that get scared. So last thing is Halloween nights at Grant's Farm, also on Saturday. It is from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. I think that'll be fun. They're going to have lots of different things going on, pumpkin and apple picking as well. Grant's Farm is just amazing. Anybody who knows. If not, look it up. You'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Today we are bringing on a special guest.
Oh,
it's our first one. She's a super duper special guest. She's actually my youngest child.
Oh, Sophie.
Her name's Sophie, but we call her Sugar Bear or Sofa Loaf. Sofa Loaf. So we're gonna bring her on here shortly. She's gonna help us with this week's positives and negatives, and then we have some Q&As for her, and she has some for us. So we'll get a little information about Sophie, about who she is and where she's from and stuff like that. She'll give you a little info.
Yeah.
And this will be her first time coming on a podcast. It's actually our first official guest.
Yeah.
So y'all show her some love. And yeah. All right, guys. So we're here with our special guest. This is Sophie. Sophie, say hi.
Hi.
That's Sofa Loaf. All right, so we're going to ask you a couple questions. So how old are you? What grade are you in? And what brings you here to the show?
Hi, Sophie. I'm 15 years old, sophomore year of high school. Very excited. I'm here because my mom has a podcast and I wanted to be on it, so I'm on it.
Okay. Easy enough. So this week you're going to be helping us with the challenges and positives of the week. We're going to do some of ours, you're going to do some of yours, and then we're going to do some Q&As. I heard you got some questions for us. Is that right?
Oh, I have plenty of questions.
Oh, okay. Well, how do you feel about that, Mom?
I'm chilling.
You ready for these questions?
Yeah.
These teenagers, they come up with some stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they're a little cringe. They call us cringe, but they cringe.
They do. They call us cringe.
You are cringe.
Oh.
You call each other Mub and Bub. You're cringe.
The hater rate is pouring. The hater rate is out.
Here we go.
You guys might not know this about me, but I am a professional hater.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Side note.
I will keep it positive today because we're all about positivity here.
Yeah. That's right. All right. Okay, so Sophie, what's been some challenges for you this week?
Well, this week I had a lot of missing work, which I had to get turned in before homecoming. So I did spend a lot of time being underwater with work. Why are you looking at me like that? So, yeah, there's that. I turned in a lot of stuff. I didn't get turned in, but circumstantial stuff. Either way, I'm going to homecoming. Wearing this cute red dress.
Okay, so you can say that the positivities are that you still got most of it done, I would say then.
Yeah.
And you were able to get enough done to still go to the homecoming dance. Yeah, because basically the deal was if she didn't get her stuff turned in, she couldn't go.
Homecoming pictures coming soon.
Okay, we'll drop y'all a homecoming picture coming soon. Were there any other super challenges you want to talk about for this week?
Babysitting. So when I'm with my dad,
Mhm.
my bio dad, um, there's about 4 kids over there, from ages 5 to 9. So, as the older sibling, I'm cleaning, cooking, keeping up with the kids, making sure, because I'm young enough to play with them without it being weird, but old enough to where I don't want to play with them. So, I got to keep balanced, and just because I'm the older sibling doesn't mean I'm always fun. Because there are some times that we got to shut it down.
You gotta put that foot down, huh?
Put it down.
Okay.
Because every time,
Okay.
hey.
So now, what happens when you gotta put the foot down? How's that go?
So putting the foot down actually for me works pretty well.
Okay.
Because I'm still a kid, so I know, and like instead of telling them, hey, shut it down right now, I'll wait like till a good 10-15 minutes before I need them to shut it down, and I'll tell them they have a little less time than they do, because they'll extend it. I know they'll extend it. They'll be like, oh, 5 more minutes, okay. So I'll tell them they got 10 minutes. They got 15 minutes really, but they have 10. So they'll feel like they're
Step
winning.
ahead,
They'll
playing
feel like
chess.
they're winning, but they're not. If I say you're going to bed at 10, going to bed at 10.
Right.
But they can't read a clock, so.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah, that's good. Sending stuff ahead. Would you say that you were a kid that your parents had to stay a step ahead of you?
Oh yeah. If you wanted me to do anything, you had to be like chess. It's not about the next move; it's about the next 6 moves. I was and am a very difficult child, which is why
Push it to the limit.
which is why I work good with difficult children.
Okay.
So
Think alike,
it's nice
huh?
to come from it's
Yeah.
Would you say that you would like to work with kids in your future?
So my plan is to go to college for psychology with a minor in visual arts, which are both things that I think could have to do with children. I did want to do like animation, children animation, but psychology, I could definitely be a child psychologist in the future, which is why, again, looking from the kid, which this will come up later, so you guys store this away. Looking from the kid's perspective every once in a while does make things a bit easier, and I promise you it will.
Okay. All right. I think we'll circle back around to that in some of the questions. Did you have any other challenges this week?
No challenges other than that, I don't think, but I do have a couple positives.
All right, we can speak on those.
So, I'm going to homecoming with one of my close friends. Her name is Kiana. Shout out. She's really nice. I'm glad I get to go with her. And I see my sister every day at school, which is actually a very big highlight of my day because she's fun. I'm doing really good in school. I have all A's and B's except for PE, which you guys, it's none of your business what my grade in PE is. I'm not failing though. Yeah. But yeah, mostly good things.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I feel like it's always better when we have, more positives than negatives to say.
Definitely.
I think some challenges for us this week was we were scheduled to work another day this week, and we actually picked up the shift because we're trying to save up for our anniversary birthday trip.
Yeah.
And the holidays. And they had us as a standby, and we didn't get to work that day.
Yeah.
So that was a frustration. But I think the positive that I took from it was I got to take me a day nap.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that was well
That's
needed.
always nice.
Isn't it? That was well
needed.
Yeah. We got to get pre-started on some of our housekeeping. The laundry got pre-started, which is something that I lag on so much. And
Right there with you.
just some relaxed time. Just some relaxed time was nice. I think what she spoke on, I was excited for her to get to go to homecoming.
Yeah.
But I also had to stand firm, and you have to get your work done to be able to earn those extras and fun things.
Pretty firm.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty firm because
she had to get it together. I don't agree with everything in school, but I understand that you have to do it so you can get to the next level in life because that's what they're requiring right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're done, you're done. Move on from it. Next thing, get that bread, get that paper. You don't want to have to be sitting here delivering or making minimum wage jobs when you're in your 30s trying to raise your family. And you just don't want to have to be doing that. You guys are supposed to grind better. That'll be great. That'll be great. See,
Haterade came back.
it's what it sounds
told
like
you.
this.
I'm sorry. Hey,
Let's see.
that's what I do.
Another thing for us was ordering our stuff for going out. We wanted to match for our,
Oh yeah, that was a challenge and a good thing.
Yeah.
Challenge was finding all the stuff within the right time, and
some of us had more shopping time than others.
yeah. And then also the good part about it was we finally got it all done yesterday.
Yeah, we finished it. We submitted our final order. We got our shoes today. So
pictures of that will be coming soon too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Vacation time. So I'm not telling y'all where we're going yet. Yeah, we'll have to play our little song with it. And I think another positive is getting to go to the dance, even with last minute altercations and iterations. Is that even a word?
Iterations.
Whatever the case is, we made it happen, and it's going to be cute. It's going to be super cute. Also, there is this thing going on called Project Fairground. Now, Sophie, you probably don't know super a lot about this park, but I'm going to give you a little background history, okay?
All right.
So this park is called Fairground, okay? It used to be like the Star of St. Louis of a park.
Sure.
Now, it used to have a pool, and at one point in time, it was segregated, unfortunately. There was a riot that broke out. I believe it was 1942. I could have that date wrong. We'll have to maybe double fact check. Double fact check that, yeah. Anywho, there's a project to rebuild it, and I think it's a great park.
Yes.
It became a park, though, where on weekends, people, grown folks, sit around and drink and indulge in things they shouldn't, and it makes it not safe. There was gun violence and fighting, and it's been like that for years. So now there's something called the Project Fairground. What they're saying they're going to do is restore the park. It's a non-for-profit. It's called Fairground Park for All, and they've signed up with Revitalization Organization, Fairground Park for All, and United Ways Volunteer Center. You can also sign up there to help with this. Okay?
Those are 3 different places.
So I think for even school credits for you guys at school, you can pass that around. You guys can go to those places, okay? But
community service, actually, I forgot to bring that up during the positives. I'm going to be signing up for community service inside of school.
Inside of your school?
Inside of school, yeah. We get excused absences from class to go do community service around the school, I believe, or outside of it. Plus, I'm trying to find an animal shelter to volunteer at. You have to have community service hours to graduate. So,
okay, would you be willing to put community service hours into Project Fairground?
I would. That actually sounds like something really good. Take something that's been abused, misused, turn it to something new. I definitely love doing stuff like that. Like parks. I'm a teenager who still goes to the park. So
I mean, I'm grown up to go to the park. Parks are amazing. It's for everybody. I mean, it's a peaceful place.
They're beautiful.
And I think you could probably even do some of your art. That would be kind of cool if you could do some art. Sophie does some great art, guys. She loves to draw. What they're talking about doing is making it back to the crown jewel of the city. They're going to redo the grand entrance, restore the park. They're talking about doing a new walking paths, a lakeside pergola, some fixing a swimming pool, some picnic pavilions, sport courts, a skating rink, an amphitheater, and
that's a lot.
Some fishing spots. Yeah, that's a lot. I think that they had like $80 million saved up or worked up for this.
Oh wow, that's a lot of
That's a lot of money investment. Yeah,
the skating rink.
The skating rink and the pool. There's not. It's not.
I love skating rinks. Bring back skating rinks. Any teenagers watching this, please go to the skating rink. I like skating rinks. Can we do that again?
They're definitely fun. I think you should do
malls and skating rinks. Can we do 2000 things again? Those were fun.
The mall rat days, right? Again, I'm going to give you the names of the places where you guys can sign up to do some work there. It's Fairground Neighborhood Revitalization Organization, or for shorts, FNRO. Also, they're programmed with the Fairground Park for All, FPFA. You can also sign up with United Ways Volunteer Center, guys. Go ahead and give them a check out there.
Definitely.
We're going to go ahead and move on here to the questions for our guest, our special guest. We have 10 questions for her today. So if you guys want to sit along, and if any the youth that's listening with us today,
feel free to answer along with me.
What was that?
Feel free to answer along with me. It's always great to get insight from different generations, different walks of life, different views.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I definitely enjoy seeing other opinions, even if I don't see eye to eye with them.
Okay, Sophie, what are 5 things that you can tell a freshman now that you're a sophomore?
Your freshman year counts. I slacked off a lot of my freshman year. Oh, it's just the first year of high school. That's going to count against me in college. You don't have to be a suck up, but it's definitely good to be on good terms with some teachers. It'll get you not only out of a lot of trouble if you are in trouble, but it'll also help with your grades and stuff, because if you're cool with teachers, they're a lot more likely to curve up your grades.
Gotcha.
I'm cool with a lot of teachers, and I'm only taking a half a point off this question because I know you know the answer. Something like that.
That's
It's
good. Helpful.
very helpful. Another thing, don't be worried about what other people think of you. Freshmen, no one is. You're just coming out of high school. Nobody was normal in middle school. I mean, you're just coming out of middle school.
Right.
No one was normal in middle school. Everyone thinks about their middle school like, ugh. Even I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't changed that much. But I think it's definitely very important to be yourself. I think it's important for you to pay attention, do your work. When it comes to social aspects, definitely do get some friends. Definitely do talk to people. Don't be antisocial, which I struggle with that. But I think it's good to have some friends, but your friends aren't everything. And if you need to cut people off, my biggest piece of advice is if you need to cut someone off, cut them off. Because it's a lot easier than wrestling with what's going on for years. Just if they're not good for you, they're not good for you. Wish them well.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. What does prayer or affirmations mean to you as a teenager?
I believe in speaking things into the truth. Words hold a lot of power. You know, to say, careful what you wish for, you just might get it.
Mhm.
It works the other way around too.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you say something enough times, you'll begin to believe it. That's one thing. A lot of social esteem problems start that way. If you or self-esteem problems start that way. If you tell yourself over and over again things, you'll start to believe them. So you can do that to get into holes and out of holes. So
Mm-hmm.
affirmations can mean a lot of things. There are positive affirmations, but there are definitely negative affirmations too. So
For sure.
it's good to keep in mind what it is you're thinking and speaking on.
What's one thing that you wish adults understood about kids today or about being a kid today?
Kids are still people. We still have emotions. Yes, we are supposed to listen to you and we're supposed to follow your rules, but you have to think, when you were a kid, did you really follow every little thing? Sure, maybe it wasn't great of you to not follow every little thing, but you got to think about this like I said earlier, you got to think from their perspective too. When I watch the kids and stuff and I can see them throwing tantrums, of course, it annoys me. Why are you throwing a tantrum? I just asked you to go to bed. But I also think about, well, I didn't really want to go to bed either. So you have to think. Of course, that's just an example. There's a lot more serious stuff than that, of course. But I'm trying to ruffle any feathers. So when it comes to talking about, when it comes to talking with your children, it's good to see eye to eye with them. Try to think from their perspective, and that goes for the kids too. Try to think about your parents. Everyone just needs to take a step back sometimes and take a deep breath and think about what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Yeah. Do you feel like prayer and affirmations could help you or others your age with stress?
I do believe in some cases, yes. Of course, there are a lot of people who have no, who who have anxieties far past just thoughts and things. And of course, circumstantial times, not everything can be solved through affirmations, but it definitely can help. And I definitely think that it's important to keep yourself positive even as a professional hater such as myself, sometimes I do have to take a step back, give positive comments to myself and others.
Right.
I try to give at least 3 compliments a day.
That's good.
Okay.
That's a good
Okay.
path.
Okay. I will say that even though you're a professional hater, you can also be very sweet. I've always called her my Sour Patch Baby. She can be sweet and sour in a click of a
Blink of
wrist.
an eye.
Yeah. What are 3 things that you're grateful for right now? Like not your baseline stuff like, oh, my mom, my dad. Like, give me 3 things that you're really grateful for in your life.
This is gonna sound really weird, but I'm really grateful for Sour Punch straw things.
Okay.
I have deeper stuff, but those are really good. Anyway, moving on. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to learn. I know a lot of people in other places don't have that opportunity. I know a lot of people have things that restrict their learning. And as someone who's been told her whole life that she's smart, I know I can always learn more. I can always do better. And I'm happy that I have that.
That's good.
I'm grateful that this might be a little bit personal and I'm not going to go too far into it, but I'm just grateful that my relationship with both parents is getting a lot improved on both sides of it.
That's good.
That's great.
When you hear about sad and hard things in your community, how does that make you feel and do things? When you hear about sad and hard things in your community, how does that make you feel? And do you think STL is safe?
I hear about a lot of sad things in the community. One part is that talking about it helps. And I know that in sometimes it can be a little insensitive to speak about it in some ways, but I do think it's important that not everything is held in. As far as safety, um, I wouldn't say it's safe, but I wouldn't say it's exactly terrifying. Like it's not a war. There's definitely a lot of things out there that can harm you, but you gotta stay positive, stay true to yourself. Don't get involved in things that you have no business doing.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Which is a lot of things. A lot of people at my school are definitely involved in things they have no business doing.
In high school, boy.
Yeah, you guys.
Do better.
They'll think they'll think they're hood and grew up in a 3-story house. So it's very, again, not trying to ruffle any feathers. Everyone goes through something, but I think that it's important to be yourself and not change because you want other people to think you're cool.
Bingo. That's a good one.
If you could time travel, where would you go? What era and why? And I want you to tell me, like, go into like detail. You know what I'm saying?
Late 90s to early 2000s.
What?
You guys had really good media. You guys had really good like stuff that I just really I don't know if you guys have noticed. They've noticed that, but I'm very much I like early 2000s music. I like early 2000s shows.
Yeah.
I like late 90s music shows. It's just stuff that you guys had was just cool.
Yeah.
Would you say that style and fashion and type of thing is becoming back popular again nowadays?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, I've been seeing
low-rise jeans, that one's like
the
tank top,
bottoms,
crop top,
Baggier
those,
clothes.
yeah,
Yep.
just everything's
Bring
back.
the Jabot.
Also, I don't know if you guys know, but we saw an ad for it last night. Y2K Taco Bell is back.
We saw that.
What?
Yeah, we were together.
Oh. I'm hungry now.
They had Cool Ranch tacos, this like apple pie
Bring back
thing.
the Cool Ranch. Yeah.
Oh, the snack wrap is back too. So, I'm not the only one who wants to travel back in time.
If you could start a community project to make something better, what would it be?
So, I think that a good community project would hmm. So something that I did that I know is probably still a thing, but I really wish people did more of. Um, Mom, you remember the Big Brother Big Sister program? I think that something like that for kids with mental health problems would be really nice. It lets you know that you're not alone. You'd have someone always there that, you know, a lot of times parents and older siblings, or if you don't have older siblings, there are times when they can be judgmental, or times when you can't see eye to eye with them, times when they just don't understand what you're going through. So,
Do you think that's because
someone,
I'm sorry, not to interrupt, but do you think that's just because you live with those people, or they're a little more personal because you grew up with them? So having someone that's not like in the same household with you, it's a little more not as personal. So you guys can,
see, I think it's less of the personal thing. I think it should be that you should have older people who've already gone through something like this around you, so that you can have someone who can accurately help you. Now, and this is nothing against anyone, but when I'm given advice sometimes from people who haven't gone through, mental health struggles, or people who don't know really what it feels like, it's not as helpful as they might think. And of course, sometimes it's very helpful, but I think when I talk to people who have more experience, it's a lot easier for them to understand, for them to help me through it.
mm-hmm. It's understandable for sure. That goes with about anything.
Yeah.
People that's been
And
through this.
this is about I was speaking on mental health specifically, but of course, there's plenty of things that it's nice to have someone with experience about. I just think that there should be more aware. I know there can always be more awareness for mental health, because
Right.
no matter how much awareness we spread, there's always someone out there who thinks they're alone.
Right.
That's why there can always be more advocacy.
What qualities do you look for in a friend when you're trying to get past just an acquaintance or just a hallway hello?
Um, Kindness is a big one, obviously. Anyone I talk to has to be at least slightly nice to me. Um, they got to like me a little bit. But when it comes to close friends, I like having similar interests, or when I don't have similar interests, I like having common ground of some sort. Like the girl I'm going to homecoming with, Kiana. Um, we like a lot of the same, like, internet memes and stuff. I don't know how to say it, like, for y'all to understand.
Same type of humor, maybe.
Yeah, we have the same humor.
Yeah.
We share a class together, and the whole class is just us talking. I'm passing that class though, so it's fine.
Good cover. Good cover.
But we do
Right.
when you sorry, the birds. When you have something to talk about with someone, it makes it a lot easier, and you don't really know that. I wouldn't say there's exactly a time where you exactly know that you become friends with someone. I think it happens pretty naturally. So when I want to move past acquaintance, it usually happens naturally.
Is there like a specific quality though? Like, do you look for a humorous friend? Do you look for a kind friend? Do you look for somebody who like what characteristics do you look for?
When I do actively look for, I like to look for creativity. I like kindness, good humor. Like I said, common ground. So anything that, hey, she likes this show I watch, or hey, he likes the same, I don't know, music as me.
Right.
I get what you're saying. Like you feel a connection with somebody that y'all can agree with on things.
Of course, there are a lot of friendships that start without me being, having common ground with a person, and they're just overall kind, non-judgmental is a big thing, because I have a lot of obscure interests. So a lot of people can be judgmental about those kind of things, but I like to be around people who aren't.
That's a good one. See, that's a good one. For us to answer, because I like this question. Just a couple, or the main thing that I would say I would look for in a friend or someone that I will allow in my space is someone that is honest, someone that could, no matter how they think someone will feel, can speak the truth or their truth. You know what I mean? Because if you can be around someone that's unafraid to say what's on their mind and speak their truth, then that brings trust. That brings so many other things. So just that's a big quality to me. Somebody
Honesty
that's
is a big thing.
honest. Correct. What about you?
That's what you just read.
A quality that I look for in a friend, besides honesty, I got three things. Yeah, everybody that knows me knows my three rules. Don't lie to me, don't steal to me, don't have me looking stupid out here. If you're a type of person who, when I see a lady is walking in the door, I don't care if you're a man or woman, but I see a lady or elderly person is walking in the door, you hold the door open. I look for friends like that. I look for friends that, if you call them in a hard time, they're not just going to hang up on you like, oh, girl, I don't know what to tell you. They're going to at least try to sit there and help you. Even if they can't come in or come help you, they're going to maybe call a tow or sit there and calm you down or whatever. People like that. I like people that have genuine hearts and empathy, because I'm a big empath kind of person. So I feel energy a lot. I have a very small circle now. I used to know a lot of people and hang out with a lot of people, but over the years, I found out that they were stealing energy from me. And so now I have a very small circle.
Definitely. All right. The last one. What advice would you give other teens listening who may feel stressed and overwhelmed or alone?
Talk to someone. Talk to your friends, talk to your teacher, talk to your peers, talk to your parents. I'm sure there's plenty of people that you cannot talk to. There's plenty of people I cannot talk to. But there should always be at least one person in your life that loves you unapologetically for being you. So even if you think someone will react badly, try. It's better to try and fail than it is to hold everything inside. So now I have some questions for you guys. All right, are you guys ready for these questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Now, these are open questions for both of you. What is one thing you think parents and kids will never see eye to eye on?
Parents and kids will never see eye to eye on. Um, Me personally, I think kids will never understand when parents say that you should do as I say and not as I do. I feel like when kids see parents do things, or they heard that the parents did something in the past, that they use that as a free pass to say, no, well, you did this or you did that. We're teaching you to be better than us, not to be us. So that's why I don't feel like that's gonna be a forever battle and struggle, or the motion where a parent has to defend themselves, basically to tell you like, look, you need to listen to what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is for the better you, and not for you to go through the same things that I tried to not go through. You know?
I definitely agree. One thing I would say that they don't see eye to eye on is chores. Kids do not like to clean up.
Like
Teenagers
the quality of how they do the chores, or doing them, period.
All the way around the book, because y'all know I'm a clean freak.
A little bit of both.
I do them. Okay, they're just not how she wants them. She's got OCD.
I like a clean house. All right. When you have a clean house, you have a clean mind and a clean space, clean energy. But definitely chores is, I think it's going to be a rough one. I do believe that when they have their own, though, they do learn, because I didn't want to clean up when I was a kid either. I hated that. I hated it. But now it's home therapy. What else you got for us, Soph?
My next question number 2. What are your favorite and least favorite aspects about being a parent? You both are parents. You're both step parents. So I think from speaking from parent and step parent, I'd like to know for both aspects. Because I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But I do think I'm not sure completely, but I do think that step parenting might be slightly different from parenting.
Yeah.
Not in a way that it's less hard, but more in a way that it's just not exactly the same. Sometimes it's hard to adjust for the kid and the parent. Talking to someone specific.
I'm gonna go first. As a step parent, I'm gonna speak on that first. I As a step parent, it's challenging because you don't know the child coming in. Okay, so you have to figure out your way of communication with that child.
Right.
You have to figure out how you can play with and joke with them. You have to figure out what makes them sensitive. You have to figure out what foods they like or don't like. You're also having to figure out, depending on the time that you come into their life, they might be at a time where they're at an all-time change, like the teenage years. And so with our personal situation, my stepdaughter, I came in at teenage years. So I didn't know jack crap because it changes rapidly. One second. But even for my own kids, it changes rapidly. Okay. But what I do try to say is what you do learn is you clock it, you write it down somewhere, you figure it out, and you continue to grow the profile with that child and try to communicate each time you learn how you can get in and or not. There are going to be conflicts. It is going to be times where it's difficult with communication, especially in the beginning, figuring out where the boundaries are there too. I think. I think that living in situation is also different than a visiting stepchild. When you're living in, it's more personal space, right? It's more your everyday life now with that person. Your everyday getting closer and bonding as closer to like it feels like a real parent. You know what I'm saying? So when you're visiting, it's a little different. You're not getting as much quality time. You're not getting that pure personal space. You're just kind of getting a visit where we're probably doing an activity or we're having fun or we're doing something. So you don't really get that raw relationship part. So I think that
You
definitely
don't
makes
see
a
every
difference.
part to the child.
Correct.
I get what you're saying.
And vice versa. The child doesn't get to see. So I can see where jealousy can come in. I can see where hardship can come in the relationships. And I can see just where the confusion and negativity can come in also or arise. So like I said, on both sides. On both sides. For the kid, I think it's hard seeing their parent also interact with another child can be difficult. So let's say that that parent is also a step parent in that household. It can make feelings come up. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's good to talk about it and figure it out and give as much love to each other as you can and spend as much time together as you can. As a real parent, let me step back. Sorry. My favorite thing about being a step parent is the learning part. I get to ask a lot of questions. I get to pester you. I get to figure out this or that. Or if I get something right, I get to kind of high five myself if somebody else gets it wrong. Or when those moments where she or he will come to you and say, blah, 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 or I need you,
Like they
or
want to
you did
talk to
this.
you
They
for
want to talk to
advice.
you. Yes. So those are those win moments where you're like, yes, I'm doing something right here. What a real as a I want to use the term real parent or step parent with a bio parent, bio parent, the hardest thing I would say is when you're in disagreement with your kid. Parenting, some kids are headstrong, some parents are headstrong, so you stand firm in what you believe in and they do too.
Their children.
So they when they get to the ages of expressing themselves in not filtered ways anymore, that's the hardest, I feel like. The most favorite thing is watching them grow. They do start off as mini yous and then they turn into their own little people and then they become teenagers, which God bless us all for that. And then they become adults and then they're great again. And and then we watch them grow up and be, who they're going to be and watch them bloom. And we watch back and we learn from our mistakes and so do they. And you grow and grow and grow. So I think watching them grow is probably the most bittersweet part. What about you?
I'm gonna start with stepchild.
Sure.
Stepchild. Yeah. So I feel like the most challenging, or I won't even say challenging, but the thing that needed the most work is the communication and the comfortability. So I feel like if you can communicate well with the child, where they feel comfortable talking to you, or they feel comfortable coming to you as another parent or just another guidance source, then things will go well. Which I feel like that's well in this house, and I don't really have much issue and problem with it. I don't think that there's a lot of challenging things. I feel like everybody is they have their own viewpoint on life, no matter how small or how big you are. So if you give that person a voice, you'll start to understand where they come from and it'll be easier to teach. It'll be easier to guide them. It'll be easier to learn from them as well. So, not exactly a challenging thing, just a thing that I feel like we all as people need to look at. You know what I mean? We all as people, I feel like it'll develop better relationships. Communicating with the child, communicating with the parent, and this, like you say, taking a step back and putting yourself, like you spoke on earlier, taking a step back and putting yourself in the opposite person's shoes and thinking of, well, how was I like at this time? How was I like at this age?
Yeah.
So that helps
It's
you.
hard to remember that as a
That
parent
helps you.
sometimes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Especially in the moment.
It's prideful.
And then when it comes to, okay, so this is not really my time, but speaking as a stepchild and bio child, because obviously I'm both, I think it is good, like he said. I think it's good that I feel comfortable talking to him. I've never really felt uncomfortable around him. I think not even initially. He has a very good energy. It's very easy, like when he comes in.
Thank you.
And of course, he looks calm. He is calm. He does have a little bit of RBF, but he's very kind. He's very sweet. It's
calm.
nice. Getting to know him was really easy. Of course, we still have our up and downs. Everyone does.
Them
But-
teenagers.
It's not always just me. It's not always just me. But I think it is really great. As far as bio parents, of course,
Still my thunder. What's going on?
there's there's a lot that comes with it, especially as a teenager. So I can see, of course, from their aspect. Oh, it's we butt heads a lot. Both parents.
I just want to note that these are supposed to be the questions for us right now.
Okay, yeah. Well, I wanted to talk too. So
Okay.
Mo will get his chance to finish his question in just a
go ahead.
second.
Let him.
Yeah.
So
I'm just being funny. She knows.
go on, finish, Sophie, and then
go ahead.
Mo will finish.
But yeah, closing statement. I agree.
Definitely.
What she's saying is the communication is important for sure. It
sure.
helps you feel comfortable on both sides.
And also, because that was just the
The challenging part of it,
part.
yeah.
On the positive part, it's getting to know someone else and getting to know the person that my partner raised. You know what I mean? So like you say, you see things in the kid and how the parent is. So I can see how you raise anybody, how they raise their kid. Not even just
Not just the negative.
their
he's saying, like,
overall, just their overall their values, because a parent is always going to instill the values into their child. So you're respectful, you're kind. So I know that those are things that your mother displays. The things for sure, I agree. So
probably not always to me, but in other places, yes, I know you are.
So respectful, that, like I say, like that comes and goes. You're a teenager, so you're always going to butt heads with how I was trying to speak on earlier. Who's in the house, because you're comfortable with them. You see them more often. When you're on the outside chilling with people that you haven't seen your whole life, you have to get to know them. So you don't open up your full self. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're definitely more respectful with like strangers or the old lady at the store,
which is
or whatever, which is good.
natural.
That's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to. That's what he's saying. Like
It's a natural thing.
when you're comfortable with people, you're more apt to be loosey goosey with how we tease and play. You know.
Yeah, my turn is for everybody.
Well, that's how it goes when you're the only male in the house, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's probably.
He's always only male.
I should have asked about how's it feel to be the only man in the house?
I didn't finish
And
my
don't
other
just cry
part
for
about
help.
bio child, but how it feels to be the only man in the house. There's no problem, no issue with me. That's not like I'm not fearing for my life. Help me, but no, I mean y'all don't go overboard with anything. Like the things that I do as a man of the house is things that I should be doing anyway. The things I'll be doing in the house, like as the things I do in the house as a man of the house, is things I'm supposed to be doing anyway. So I shouldn't feel offended, or I should feel like I'm the only man in here. So why am I doing all this? That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to take that with pride anyway. You know what I mean? So
go back to the bio dad,
for
the
bio.
challenge and hard too.
So the challenge for real, I think now that is a more challenging thing because of the years that our kids are in now. They're discovering themselves. They're getting a little bit more strong-willed, strong mind, following their own beliefs. So It's
Yep.
challenging because you gotta let a kid be a kid, but
Mhm.
at the same time, you want to help them so much. You
Yeah.
want to tell them the right thing, and it's hard to tell them the right thing when they have so many peers that give them peer pressure that's telling them this and that. And these people are coming from a completely different perspective.
Right.
They're coming from the perspective of their household.
Mhm.
They're coming from the perspective of how they have been raised.
Mhm.
So for us to be able to
There's a gnat on your shirt.
for us to be able to open up and communicate with our kids in today's world of how so much influence is to them, not even with their peers, but with the things that they can see on their phones. Like they have so much exposure,
Mhm.
and it's good and bad. It's a lot of things that they can learn and be productive people of the community with, but there's also a lot of things that can lead them astray. So
Okay.
that's the most challenging thing is that. And a great thing is seeing your younger self in your kids.
Yeah.
Like to see the motions, how your kid reasons, how your kid interacts with other people, just the life of what you created. It's amazing to me. It's a beautiful thing, man. I love children and grown and older people alike. Like old folks, you know what? They're the unfiltered truth. So just to witness what we created, grow up and experience life is a beautiful thing. So
Okay. What's one thing you wish you'd listened about sooner? Now, this can be from a parent, a mentor, just one thing you'd wish you listened to.
Well, I actually learned this very recently. Treat people fair. I've been a person who tried to treat people too good, or I go too far, or I keep trying, or I keep pulling, or I keep trying to lead the horse to the water, make him drink. Treat people accordingly and treat them fair. Still be who you are, good as a person, but treat them fair.
that's good. Something that I wish I listened to as a kid. Man, everybody that ever told me, my grandpa, older people, friends of mine, protect your back, protect your knees. When you get 30, you're going to feel it all.
Baby, please.
I didn't even believe him. I was like, no, I'm good, man. I work out a lot. I like to move. I'm feeling it now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I wake up, it's Rice Krispies, and man, I'm telling you.
Bro, snap, crackle, pop.
Kids, please protect your back and protect your knees. You lift the right way. You don't jump down off things just because it's a faster way to do it. No, protect that stuff. I'm here to tell you because I was just like y'all. I used to be like, man, I'm gonna be all right. Didn't wear gloves in the winter. Now my hands can barely open sometimes. Protect yourself. For real.
I'm sorry.
No.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever gotten? And this can be something you followed, something you haven't followed, just something, best piece of advice you've ever gotten from anyone. You just
For
kind of
me,
answered that already.
for me is being upset, getting mad at something. It only lasts 30 seconds. So don't allow those 30 seconds to make you react and do something that could affect the rest of your life. Let them 30 seconds pass on by. Don't forget what happened so you don't let it happen to you again. But move from it, grow from it, be positive. Find a way to change that negative 30 seconds to a positive rest of your life.
I think that's great. That's also something I learned recently that would help me in life.
Not very old man.
They call him Grandpa Mike, as they
Yeah,
say.
they always called me
Mhm.
since I was 6.
Call him that.
Well,
That's because you didn't grow up with me when I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, Grandpa Mike.
I would say my word of advice would be one of the biggest words of advice I can say. As cheesy as it may sound, is stop and smell the roses. I'm learning again something later in my life that I should have listened to in the beginning is calm down, slow down just a little bit.
Yeah.
I know every day, every moment you can't, but when you get a chance to, it's
Smell
okay.
them roses.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so overworked because I can't take a minute to smell them. So when you get a chance, definitely get you a big whiff.
What would be the first thing you would do if you could go back to being my age? So if you woke up and you were 15 years old, what would be the first thing you would do? And don't say do a cartwheel.
finished my education, I would have finished school. I would have went back and I wouldn't have been doing the naughty things I was doing. Well, that's what I would have did. Took my butt to school.
Okay.
I would have not been doing what I was doing, trying to stay on my path. That's what I was doing, trying to prepare for my future.
I would have saved at least 50% of all the income that I got.
Yeah,
when I
that
was
too.
younger, I spent so much money on senseless things that I don't have to this day, clothes and shoes and just a lot of just senseless stuff. And if I would have saved that money and had it to this day, you know how, man, stop it. Like, that's a big thing, you know? I would tell myself, save, save, save. All this other stuff will come and go. It won't even be worth anything by the time it ain't worth nothing. You got about a year.
Now,
Don't throw it on me.
I'm skipping this question because I do want to come back to it because I think this one's a really good one. So I do want this one to be later.
All right.
So this one is, how do you know when God is answering your prayers?
Want me to start with that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, how do I know when God's answering my prayers? Well, I'll tell you the first and foremost. He might not come when you call, but he's always on time.
That's right.
That's a famous statement that my grandma used to always say and tell me, because I used to be a person that wanted my results right then and there. But I know when he answers my prayers when, really for me, when they come least expected, or when the prayers are answered so specifically, I know it's God. Or ironically, he has a way of showing you that he's answering your prayers. In my life,
I think that God doesn't have a sense of humor.
Oh, he does.
He has
He definitely does.
he created humans.
Yeah.
You gotta have a sense of
He's a
humor.
real funny guy.
I would say he definitely can be a funny guy. If you ask him to communicate with you in ways
What are we looking at?
that you will know it's him, he'll do it.
Definitely.
So ways he does it with me is YouTube videos.
Right.
I mean, I'm telling y'all, sometimes I just randomly will find this video and he'll come through and it'll convict me so bad I just be crying.
It'll align
everywhere.
with what you was just talking
Yeah, I mean,
about.
it'll be just came out my mouth. Just came out my mouth. And it's like a video that don't even hardly have no views or nothing. And sometimes it just be crazy.
I remember one time you had it where you was the first viewer, I believe.
Yeah.
The very first
viewer of it.
of a statement that you had just made that morning.
When you ask him to talk to you, he will find ways, but you have to be ready to listen. I would say that.
Yeah.
I used to ask the same thing, like, well, how come I can't hear him? Because they don't just be like, hello, Brittany, this is God speaking. No, it's not like that. It's not like he come and tap on you and be like, what's up, cuz? No, it's not like that. You know what I mean?
That's a real funny. Somebody draw that. Somebody draw. What's up, cuz?
Yeah, God say, what's up, cuz? You all right down here, man?
No, because you're right. Because I feel like when he talks to you, he doesn't talk to the flesh. He talks to your soul.
Talk to your soul.
So you don't
he
hear
talk to the
him.
inner you.
You feel him.
A lot of times when you very first start feeling God talk to you, you feel guilty. You feel convicted. You feel like, oh, I don't know if I like this feeling. I'm confused a little bit. Press in. That's my advice. Press in. Press in and keep asking him, because if you really want to know if he's there, because I've been down this path so many times. Ask.
Yeah.
Keep asking and be ready to receive. Ask for help to be ready to receive the answers.
How do affirmations help you in your daily life as adults?
Affirmations help me because they help me to. I am a person who gets very frustrated very quick, very easy. I'm like 0 to 100 real quick. And
don't you know I know it?
They help me set a tone for myself. They help me to stay calm, and I always put them with my prayers. Definitely. So I'll do a prayer and an affirmation back to back in the morning. That's how I start my day.
Tune in. They do have affirmation. They do have affirmations posted twice a week.
Twice a week.
Yeah.
Twice a week. Affirmations
and
with Mother Buff.
Prayer at the end, which I, as a special guest, get to do this.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate that sponsorship right there.
I do appreciate that. What was I saying though? What was I saying?
You were talking about
how you do your affirmations in the morning.
Yeah.
So I start my day, set my tone my day. That's how they help me. They help me to stay calm, help me to remember, and they help me to stay self-convicted when things are going rough throughout the day. What about you, Muff?
Well, for me, they definitely keep me positive. They keep me positive.
There's a lot of gnats out here. Sorry.
They keep me positive, and they make me hold myself accountable. Because no matter what's going on in the world, I always feel like there's a positive outlook, or there's a positive reason that things, even when things are bad or happening, it's strength for you. You know what I mean? pain is weakness leaving the body. So when things are going bad, you can tell yourself something is going to work out all right, or you can tell yourself that you're bigger than this problem. Then they help you. So I like to use my affirmations in the midst of the struggle.
Yeah.
To encourage my mind to think, but my body already knows.
Now this question is a very loaded question. So this question is a very loaded question. So again, just don't ruffle any feathers. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers by asking this, but do you ever question your beliefs? Do you ever question what you have faith in, what you know is true? And when you do question those things, how do you deal with it? Okay.
So you're asking if we ever question our faith.
And how you deal with it when you do.
Yeah, I do still. There's days that I'd be like, oh man, Jesus, why? What is going on? Or where I feel like I'm praying and I'm doing my affirmations, I'm doing everything right. It's not working. And then I feel convicted. So then I pray. I pray for forgiveness for questioning the process because it's not on my timing. It's on divine timing. It's not up to me to decide when and how. It's already in the works for me. So remembering that in the storm again is also challenging. But when you do remember it, it's like a calmness that comes over me, I would say.
For me, this is a more complex question. I won't say that I fully outright question the faith of God or the faith of my affirmations. Sometimes I question decisions that I made based off on what I thought was right, and I feel like the affirmations help me realign with those. I sometimes convict myself. Yeah, I sometimes convict myself with did I go about this the right way? Did I say the right thing to my daughter or my stepdaughter or my spouse? Did I say the right thing? Did I go about this the right way? Or am I responding to them enough? You know what I mean? So I feel like I don't question my faith in affirmations. I just sometimes question my own decisions, and the affirmations realign me. The affirmations give me a sense of temperance, or basically where I feel like faith will work out. No matter what I said, it's not right or wrong. It was just a step in the process towards whatever healing or whatever thing that we need to learn.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just it helps me reassure that no matter what was said or what was done, positive will come from it.
Absolutely.
That's my take on that.
So, we're at our last two questions. We're in our last two questions.
Okay.
And these are both real good questions, I think. So the first one I want to ask is, what makes you get up in the morning? What keeps you going? What keeps the blood pumping through your veins? What keeps you from giving up? What is it that gets you to keep going?
For me, my brain goes to 10, 100,000 the second I open my eyes. So I feel like the sooner that I get up and start compartmentalizing my day, it's better for me. That's why I try to stay on track and keep a schedule. But what keeps me going all the way is I have a family to take care of, number one.
That's it.
Number two, I like money. So
I like money too.
I like to spend it. I like to go places. I like to invest and do things, and I want to grow in my future. So as long as I continue every day and try every day, that I'm making the right steps. Thank you. The correct making steps in the right direction. If I get my words together, and being a person who has depression, I understand how hard it can be some days to get up. So what I do is I just refuse. So at the end of the day, I never give myself an option to just not get up and not go. There is no quit. Quitting is not in my vocab.
I know that's right.
What about you? Well, wait a minute. Wait. I also want to add this. My name has always been either Busy Boo or Busybody when I was little. But this is why.
Doing something.
I'm always doing multiple things. Yeah. As long as you keep yourself busy, there's no time for that I can't crap.
Right. I don't mind.
Yep, I'm working on my language.
Father, we pray especially for our youth. Guide their steps, protect their minds, draw them closer to your light. Let them know that their lives have purpose, that they are loved, that they can rise above the darkness around them. We ask you to soften hearts filled with anger, replace fear with faith, bring unity bring unity where division tries to rule. Bless our families, our neighbors, and our leaders with wisdom and compassion. Lord, let this podcast be more than just words. Let it be a reminder of your hope, your love, and the power of prayer as we close. As we close, we trust that you are in work in St. Louis and every person listening. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
We thank you for coming on, Sophie. We appreciate you as our guest.
Oh, I'll be back.
We're sure you'll be back. I'm sure we can't miss you for too long, and we'll be sure to.
For more special guests.
There will be some more special guests. And yeah, we'll be posting those homecoming pics so you guys can see Sophie looking fly.
I'm gonna have my hair straightened and wearing a red dress.
Okay.
All right.
And as always, thank you for tuning in. We're keeping up with Mother and Bub. We keep it real, we keep it uplifting, and we keep it moving forward together.
That's right.
Until next time, stay blessed.
Stay blessed now.
Stay prayed up. Stay safe.
Bye, y'all. Have a good day.